And my priorities right now is Halloween Horror Nights. Let's get into story number 1. HHN 34 tickets are live. Halloween Horror Nights 34 is officially returning to Universal Studios Florida and Universal Studios Hollywood. It's starting earlier than ever on August 29th and running all the way through November 2nd. So I'm going to break down all the different ticket tiers that are available right now. I just want to give you the heads up. If you're new to HHN, these ticket tiers and pricing options and all that stuff, it can get very complicated. So if you do have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. I will try my best to answer. If not, I'm sure a listener will also be able to leave a comment if they know the information. Because let's be real, guys, I am new to Halloween Horror Nights. This will be my first year attending. This is my first year completely diving into it. I usually just avoid it, but this year I'm going full force with it. So let's start breaking down all these tickets that they did make available starting today. So first off, single night tickets are starting at $82.99, the same as last year, with the pricing varying by date. So it starts at $82.99, but like the weekends, you're already seeing the weekends are up to like $100. I think it goes up to like $109 on certain weekends. And it will continue to raise as the tickets become more limited for Halloween Horror Nights. Those ticket prices will go up. So right now, if the single night tickets, the highest you're seeing is like 100, 110, there's a good chance come October when we're in the thick of it, those tickets will be way higher. And like I said, somebody with more experience with Halloween Horror Nights can probably drop a comment and let us know what that is like. So recap real quick. Single night tickets starting at $82.99. Moving on, express passes are also available. So this is an add-on that you buy on top of your single night tickets. So the express passes are also available starting at $139.99 per person. And that is a $10 increase from last year. Obviously, you guys probably know this, but real quick, these express passes, they give you access to shorter lines at houses and rides, usually cutting wait times in half, if not more. It really just depends on the day that you're going, or I should say the night that you're going. But they're not front of line skips, all right? So just because you have a regular express pass does not mean you're going to get straight to the front of the lines. You're going to go into a different express line. And like I said, usually it cuts the time in half, if not more. Moving on, we do have the return of the RIP tours, and they're starting at $370 per person. The RIP tours include a priority VIP access to every haunted house, once per house, reserved show seating, valet parking, pre-tour reception at Cafe La Bamba, unlimited express for rides before or after your tour, and a lanyard and pin. You can also book a private RIP tour for your group of 10 or more with your own custom itinerary and unlimited house access. I do not have pricing on the private RIP tours, but if you are interested in a regular old RIP tour, it's $370. It's a lot of money, guys, but I do see a lot of positive reviews for the RIP tour, the RIP tour. I see a lot of people saying if you're only going to be at Halloween Horror Nights for one night and you want to experience everything, including the shows, the food, the houses, this is the way to go. It's $370, but hey, at least you know you're going to be able to do everything. You're not going to wait in any lines, and you're going to have the time of your life. But again, it's one of those kind of things I always get into. It depends on your personal situation. Do you have a family of 5, or are you just going by yourself or with, your girlfriend or your boyfriend? When it gets to that kind of a level, when you're not having to pay for so many people, it quickly becomes worth it. But I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not doing that. $370 per person is a lot of money. I can't afford it. But yeah, so moving on from the RIP tours, the Unmasking the Horrors tour is returning. This is the daytime lights on behind the scenes experience. There's a 3-house option starting at $84.99 and a 6-house option going from $170, which also includes a buffet lunch. So you've got choices. If you want to do the Unmasking the Horror tours, either $85 or $170 are your options for the 2 different tiers. No Halloween Horror Nights ticket is required for these. So this is a separate thing that you can buy. You don't need to have the Halloween Horror Nights ticket as well. If you didn't know, you get to go through some of these houses with the lights on. They give you a tour. They give you information. The tour guide gives you a bunch of information on the house and I guess maybe even some stories on the build of it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know too much about the Unmasking the Horrors tour. I'm pretty sure this is a relatively new experience. It might be even just like the 2nd year that they've done this. I think it's a really cool idea. If you're a diehard fan of attractions, theme parks, or even specifically like haunted houses, this is right up your alley. Like I could see diehards doing this, paying the $85 to do this, and then paying another $85 to $100 for the regular experience too. Like if you want to get a full day's worth of Halloween Horror Nights experiences, you might want to add this. This might be cool. I personally wouldn't do it before I go to the houses. I would do this after I go to the houses. So say I was there for 2 nights. Night 1, I would do Halloween Horror Nights the regular way. And then the next day, I would do the Unmasking the Horrors tour. That way you don't spoil anything. You don't ruin the surprises and things like that. Moving on to this other ticket tier option that they have. Scream early tickets are back as well. They let you enter Universal Studios Florida as early as 3 p.m. on the same day as your Halloween Horror Nights tickets. They start at $55. So this is an add-on ticket, the Scream early tickets. You pay $55 and now you're able to get into the park earlier, starting at 3 p.m., where you'll be able to get on some select rides, I believe, and you will be able to get in queue areas to line up for some of these houses to be the first ones in once Halloween Horror Nights officially opens. So for Scream early tickets, I do have my info a little bit blurry on that one. I do need to do more research. I suggest you do the same if this sounds like something you're interested in. But I'm pretty sure, like I said, you get your Halloween Horror Nights tickets, say you spend $85 on that, then you do the $55 for Scream early tickets. That means that you get into Universal Studios starting at 3 p.m. and you get to get on some rides, experience some different attractions there. And then, like I said, queue up and get into the first dibs line for Halloween Horror Nights attractions and houses. And then lastly, Premium Night Scream is officially confirmed to return on Thursday, August 28th, the night before Halloween Horror 34 kicks off. This is a one-night only, limited capacity preview night with all the haunted houses, but with shorter waits, staggered group entry, and unlimited select food and non-alcoholic drinks included. Tickets are $375. That is $375 for the Premium Scream Night on Thursday, August 28th, one night before it officially opens to the public. And for the first time ever, costumes are allowed at Halloween Horror Nights Premium Scream Night. I don't know if that means costumes are allowed every other night. Probably not. But they did mention in the section for Premium Scream Night, costumes are allowed, however, no masks. So that reminds me of costume day or like Halloween day when I was in school. Like you could go to school wearing a costume, but you couldn't wear a mask. So it was like makeup or accessories, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, costumes are allowed, no masks. This event sold out fast last year. So if you're trying to beat the crowds, this is a solid way to do it. Yeah, so Premium Night Scream. That sounds like a blast. I wish I had the money right now to grab that ticket before it sells out. You get to go on Thursday, August 28th and experience Halloween Horror Nights at a limited capacity. Plus, you're getting, free drinks, free food, shorter wait times. And then what really piques my interest is the staggered group entry. So let me break that down and tell you what that means. Regular nights at Halloween Horror Nights, it's just one continuous line constantly flowing through the haunted house attractions. On Premium Scream Night for one night only, August 28th, they allow, or I should say they do, staggered group entry. This is more in line with what you're used to at other haunted house attractions where you go through the house as a group. So they let you in 5 to 6 to 7 to 10 people at a time, and the groups go in separately, spaced out. So you're experiencing it a little bit more in a relaxed, I wouldn't say relaxed because you're in a haunted house, but you're experiencing the house at a little bit slower of a pace. You don't feel as rushed to keep on walking because you've got a stampede behind you. So, man, if you're a diehard Halloween Horror Nights fan, this is the way to go. I would highly recommend doing the Premium Scream Night if you can afford it at $375. If you can't, though, hey, tickets are starting at, tickets are starting at $82.99 for those single night tickets. Whew, man. And I'm not even done yet with the Halloween Horror Nights news, but that is a lot to break down just for tickets. That shit is crazy. If you're new to this, you're probably overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. So I can just imagine how some of your guys' heads are just spinning with all of this information. Okay, and one more thing on those Halloween Horror Nights tickets. Still no news on multi-night passes, but if it follows last year's pattern, expect those to drop sometime in July. So if you're somebody that is definitely going to be going to Halloween Horror Nights for a couple of nights, more than one night, now isn't the time to buy your tickets. You're going to want to wait till those multi-night passes become available. That way you can bundle up and save some money. So do not buy your tickets yet if you're going more than one night on your trip for Halloween Horror Nights. Oh, hold on. And one more bit of news for the pass holders trying to go to Halloween Horror Nights. Premium annual pass holders will need to make a reservation to use their free Halloween Horror Nights ticket. So if you're a premium annual pass holder for Universal Studios, you do get one night into Halloween Horror Nights, which I think is one of the coolest perks of a premium annual pass holder. You will need to make reservations for that. You can't just show up and do it. You have to let them know ahead of time, and there probably will be some blackout dates on that. Look into that. Let me know what that is like. I'm not a premium annual pass holder right now, so I don't know even what it's showing.